Hey guys, it's Sarah. I feel so comfortable with you guys that I'm just wearing no makeup, just got out of the shower, in my comfy shirt, goals. Anyway, in yesterday's video, wait, I just went British for 2 seconds, but living for it though. So in yesterday's video, you know what? Second thought, let's go back to good old American. Okay, my last video I left off by talking about Harry and Louis possibly living together, and Louis spotted on the Dunkirk set, and the whole thing about One Direction making an album in 2017. Crazy stuff. So there hasn't been a lot of new news, but there's new stuff to add on to the stuff I recently talked about. So anyway, here's the latest news that's been happening in the past couple days. If you guys want more information on these topics, I suggest you watch my other video first because I explained everything from scratch. This video is just me adding more information onto those topics. Okay, so regarding Louis on the Dunkirk set. So I don't understand. Everybody was telling us that, oh, it wasn't true. Louis actually wasn't on the Dunkirk set. So if Louis wasn't the person on the Dunkirk set, why are we getting all these articles saying that Louis was on the Dunkirk set? Like, are these headlines only saying that because we thought Louis was there? Or are they saying this because they know he was there? There's a difference. I have a feeling articles are just saying Louis was at Dunkirk because we were saying it, and they're just trying to get clicks. But we have this article saying Louis Tomlinson and Harry Styles on the set of Dunkirk. The two former One Direction stars are found on the set of the movie that is filming Styles with Christopher Nolan. Also, a new picture got released that says Patty posted this photo with Louis and Niall on his Instagram. And then Tiffany says this is new. Louis is in the UK now, so it's very possible he was with Harry 2 days ago. I feel like Louis and Harry did hang out, but I want more proof, more facts. Okay, now let's talk about this Daniel Walton guy again. He is not only pissing me off, but everybody off. And I knew this was the case. Everybody does this every year. If you've been in the One Direction fandom for a long time, you know that if somebody says, oh, there's a One Direction announcement, you know it's gonna be a perfume, first of all. And two, usually they're lying. Usually there's someone who just claims to know One Direction. So remember in my last video, I was saying, oh, I'm not gonna believe anything until the boys say something. Well, Niall did say something. He didn't clear up any rumors about if they're going to be releasing an album, but he did tweet, "Who are you?" to Daniel, which was hilarious. And then I think Daniel tweeted him back like some sassy comment, like, oh, you're just pretending not to know who I am. Because Niall recently was on A League of Our Own, and I think Daniel was there too, so I'm pretty sure they were hanging out in the same place. So I'm sure Niall knows of him, but he just never caught his name. So this is what he decides to say today. He's like, good morning. First of all, don't even throw that good morning at me. That is an oxymoron. There is no such thing as a good morning. And two, you ruined it. He says, you've all been part of a social experiment testing the power of social media and how quickly a message can spread. Bitch! The fuck? No, she didn't. And then someone tweets, why did you wake up? For real. Oh, and then guys, this is good. Someone tweets at him, is Larry real? And then he's like, of course. I mean, not as real as Nain or Lane, but yeah, Larry is awesome. Okay, first of all, I like how he put a question mark after the word awesome. Like, he's not sure if it's awesome. He's like, it's awesome? Bitch, it's just awesome with an exclamation point, no question mark. And two, what the hell is this Nain, Lane? That's not even real. I think he's trying to put Niall and Zayn together and Liam and Zayn. I get Liam and Zayn, but that's Ziam, not Lane. He just ruined all shipping for me because he shipped it the wrong way. There is no Lane or Nain. I have no words for this guy. Yeah, comedian my ass. Is he trying to be funny? People say he's a comedian, but is he really? Bitch better get on my level. But in my last video, I was reading a conversation that went on between a fan and the guy who worked on the Dunkirk set, and she was asking if Louis was there, and the guy doesn't really know English, but he was saying that Louis was there because she sent a picture. But there's also a part of the conversation I did not read last time. So she's like, did you see any of his tattoos or what? And he's like, it was too far, tomorrow I'll try. And she's like, thank you, you're an angel to us Larrys. Okay, last question, was anything odd going on between him and Harry? Then he's like, sorry for my English, what odd? And he's like, they're just friendly. So this guy's claiming that yes, Louis was in fact on the Dunkirk set, so I guess we were right. And he saw interaction, I guess, between Harry and Louis, and he says that they're just friendly, but then again, he's bad at English, maybe he just didn't understand the question. But you know what, I wasn't looking for an answer of like, oh, they were making out behind the bazooka. Just the fact that I heard that they were friendly, that's good enough for me. Okay, in my last video, I was talking about Harry selling his house and Louis recently buying a house and how they could possibly be living together. So last time I basically just stated facts about that, but in this video I'm actually going to be reading people's analysis on it. So when talking about the Harry selling his house article, they said he sold the public house, one of apparently a house that he wasn't living in anyway, used as a decoy to avoid rumors about him living with someone, Louis, while they were both in the US. There is the other big-ass mansion reportedly bought by Louis a few months ago that it's possible for him to have acquired on his own, considering how much it costs. People just put 1 plus 1 together, and like Beyonce says, it equals 2. In the article, there is also a nudge at Louis and Harry living together that, yeah, it's a joke, but it's always an interesting thing to say, especially because nobody was mentioning Larry in the article, and houses had nothing to do with it. It's not a negative or positive article, it's just a good and interesting thing. Maybe in the future they could stop using houses as decoys, as people won't know where they live, so they let him live in peace. I'm glad they mentioned that last part, because I was getting comments in my last video saying, why do people even care that Harry sold his house? Why can't people just let him live? And I totally agree. I think people really don't care that Harry was selling his house. I just think the whole intent of the article was to put Louis in it and connect them both together. Again, Larry seating. This person says, so you're telling me that Harry sold his LA house out of the blue, though he spends a lot of time there but hasn't even bought a new one yet, and that Louis, on the other hand, bought a $10 million estate in LA, which is too expensive and way too big for one person, which is in Malibu, 15 minutes from the places Harry is always seen when in LA. Fascinating. I'll never understand how people can believe Harry or Louis live in these obvious decoy places for a distraction. Yeah, I think when it comes to where Harry and Louis live, we'll never really know, but I feel like articles are just making it more believable for us. I feel like by now it's more than a coincidence. And I think I said this a couple videos ago, but we are getting Harry and Louis more in headlines. Like, for example, we still really don't know if that was actually Louis at the Dunkirk set, but we still get articles saying, did Louis Tomlinson just show up on set of Harry Styles' new movie Dunkirk? And then they go into a whole article saying Louis is really showing his support for Harry Styles and directioners are freaking out over it. And in the article they're talking about how they thought Harry and Louis have lost touch and they have bad blood between each other. You know, the usual Harry and Louis hate each other. But hey, at least they're still talking about Harry and Louis in an article, and that's their plan. Here's another article. It says Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, Larry anger flares as estate agent sparks debate. So that was again talking about the rumors of Harry and Louis maybe living together, Harry selling his house. But at the same time in the article they're kind of debunking it still, because they're like, well, we saw Louis' car outside Brianna's house the other day, which is not really that relevant. We all know that the only reason Louis goes to see Brianna is just to get Freddie. He does not like Brianna. And then we have another article that says Louis Tomlinson sparks justice for father's outcry. Harry Styles doesn't want to be a star. So see, what they're doing is they're putting two different stories in an article, but at the same time trying to put Harry and Louis' stories together. They're talking about Louis' Babygate scandal in the same article as talking about Harry not wanting to be a star anymore. He's kind of more low-key in the media. He's not really doing red carpet events, going partying. So instead of making two different articles, they decide to put Harry and Louis' name in the same headline. They're doing this on purpose. And yeah, I'm not gonna read the whole article because it was long, but just by the headline you can tell what the article is about. It's everything we already know. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna talk about for today. If I missed anything, I will mention it in my next video. And if I missed anything, leave it down below. So like always, I make a video whenever I want, so like and subscribe. All my social media is down in the description, and I will see you guys later. Bye.